All right, Shalom. Back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Racha, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, who do rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, salutations, as always, to the sincere believers, the household of faith, the household of mourning, the Akim and Akwath out there diligently keeping the faith of our Lord Yahushai, occupying the prophecies, exercising your faith in these last and evil days. And Lord will, we are redeemed. So I just want to touch on a few things that's in the headlines. All right, this right here, we can get it. Trump and Biden officials begin talks on bee flu crisis. The CDC urges faster testing to find human cases of the V. Now, pursuant to this whole, bee flu situation, we know that this is ramping up to be serious. Since like late last year, they've been, of course, it started out there in California, and Gavin Newsom, he has, certain restrictions in place, certain mandates that are being brought about to deal with this situation here. But just like we saw the last time with the what, when that came around, they were kind of quiet on it for a little bit. Then all of a sudden in the spring, that's when things got, shut down. So definitely got to watch out for this right here, because these devils are going to use this as a means to implement martial law, as a means to take more control, take more of your rights away, among other things that they have, planned. Okay, especially once Trump gets into office, they're looking to, go after these, so-called migrants that came over the border. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be rolling up in your jobs, going to people's places of residence. They're going to be going hardcore. All right, so, hey, man, as it says in Revelation, the 12th chapter and the 12th verse, the devil cometh unto you with great wrath, for he know that he has a short time. So knowing that he has a short time, he's about to warp speed his agenda, all right? So it says here, in the light of the increasing bee flu outbreak in the U.S., federal health officials have initiated briefings for members of the incoming Trump administration regarding their ongoing response to this public health crisis, right? A health official from the Biden administration who was knowledgeable about the transition briefings conducted by the CDC states, we provide them with all relevant information pertaining to our efforts, all right? So, this, we already know what they have planned for this. You know what I'm saying? Once Trump gets in there, we just going to see what he's going to do. But we know for these Babylonians, things are only going to continuously get worse. Moving on here, Georgia has just halted poultry sales in the state after bee flu detected. So we see, man. All right, these devils are taking away the food. Okay, this is going to add to the confusion. This is going to add to the chaos and anarchy that will occur out here, you see, because majority of Americans consume poultry. Okay, even if it's not eggs, chicken, and people love Wingstop. You know what I'm saying? People love getting a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. So this right here, man, this is going to be huge. Right? So Georgia, they're not selling anything poultry right now because of the bee flu, man. So you see what's coming about. All right, they're taking away the food. They're going to implement lockdowns. As we've been telling you, what I'm saying, this is what's coming. You know what I'm saying? We're entering into, well, we are in the midst of some very perilous times. You see, officials have announced the detection of avian influenza in a commercial poultry flock in Georgia for the first time since the onset of the current outbreak in 2022. And that's another thing too, like this bee flu, they tried to bring this about some years ago, all right, back in 2022. But given that we were still in the they kind of wanted to hold this for later, all right, so it can be a different how can I say this, So it can be like a different reason, a different justification as to how they want to move forward with this new world. All right, being that we're closer to 2030 now. Okay, so it says the incident represents the fifth detection of the V in the state. However, it marks the inaugural case within a commercial poultry operation. Georgia Agriculture Commissioner Tyler Harper stated this is a serious threat to Georgia's primary industry and the livelihoods of thousands of Georgians who depend on our state's poultry sector. Yeah, not only is this going to affect the consumer, but it's also going to affect the jobs in those poultry plants, okay, farms and things of that nature. All right, if there's not any poultry being produced, then people are going to lose jobs, and this is just going to worsen the already bad economic situation here in America. So as we've always gone into, these devils, they're going to hit you from multiple angles. All right, they're they're coming with it, man. All right, and they're not going to let up. Now when Trump gets in there, as we'll get into, he's working with the likes of Kill Gates and George Soros and these top elites. All right, he's plugged in with them, and the whole thing about it is the people really voted for Trump. Okay, which that whole election, you know what I'm saying, that was a psyop. All right, straight up. And we told you while it was going on that it was a psyop. But I say that to say these people are going to see that Trump was never really for them. These people are going to see that Trump was nothing more than a pawn that was set before them, a talking head for the elites, man. Because people, his rhetoric that he was coming in with was, yeah, I'm going to bring back free speech. I'm going to make America great again. I'm going to do this and do that, make life more better for the citizen. But Trump is a billionaire himself, so he don't give a damn about the average citizen. He's plugged in with the so-called deep state. Okay, which we know who is a part of the deep state. You see? So when people realize that Trump was, he pretty much deceived them, that's when anarchy is going to arise. That's when people are going to have this harsh stance towards the government in general. All right? Bill Gates recently had dinner with Trump and said he was, quote, impressed by the former president, meaning that, Trump, I'm thoroughly impressed, with this guy Trump. He's, no doubt a lot of his talking points align with that of Bill Gates and the elites. All right, so he's a perfect guy to throw out there, which is why they set him up in the first place. All right, because Bill Gates, he can't run for president. You know what I'm saying? Who's that other guy? Bill Gates, George Soros. They can't run for president because it's already known what they're connected to. So it'd be too obvious. That's why they put Trump out there. This, seemingly likable personality, what I'm saying, with all this charisma and, he's a TV personality. So people know him. That's why they put him out there in the first place. All right. Because he is the cover-up for the agenda of guys like this, okay? It said, yeah, Gates expressed his impression of the former president, stating, I had the opportunity approximately 2 weeks ago to engage in an extensive and quite intriguing dinner with him. This discussion was attended by Susie Wiles, the incoming White House Chief of Staff, and focused primarily on innovations on the global health sector. Isn't that interesting, right? They're discussing innovations in global health, right? Just keep that in mind. Gates noted that Trump appeared to become pretty excited as they addressed potential advancements in the development of cures for HIV and the mitigation of polio. He, during the CV-19 expedited V innovation, Gates commented, I inquired whether similar initiatives could be implemented in this context, and I believe we both felt a sense of enthusiasm regarding that prospect. All right. It says, I felt like he was energized and looking forward to helping to drive innovation, the tech titan said of Trump 78. I was frankly impressed with how well he showed a lot of interest in the issues I brought up. All right, so Trump and the gates of hell, you know what I'm saying, they're on one accord, no doubt about it. Okay, so Trump, he's plugged in to the deep state, he's plugged in with the elites, and he's going to bring forth the agenda of the elites, which is what we've told you, all along. All right, once Trump gets in there, all right, he's saying that he's about to implement a slew of executive orders on his first day. All right, so we already know that from that, things are going to get, listen, man, things are about to change for the worse here in America. All right, and Trump may very well be that cruel Lord that's going to be set over Babylon, all right, to usher in the destruction of this place. You see? Trump warns that all hell will break out if Israel-Hamas ceasefire deal collapses. All right, so I think a few days ago, Israel and Hamas, they've been working out a ceasefire deal. You know what I'm saying? And this is a similar comment that he made before. You know, Trump made a comment that if the Hamas hostages weren't released by the time he gets in office, there would be all hell to pay. Well, the same rhetoric is coming out once again that if the Israel-Hamas ceasefire doesn't go through, that it's going to be all hell. All right, we'll see what that means if something doesn't work out, but we know that it's going to be the worst case scenario, man. Okay, we know World War III is on the table. They're about to start, sending troops overseas. Well, they've already been doing it, but how much more now? Incoming President Donald Trump issued a warning regarding the potential consequence of a collapse of the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas, stating that significant turmoil could ensue if the accord scheduled to take effect Sunday morning fails. And I was keeping up with that. They was basically having a back and forth, like they said, quarreling was going on between Israel and Hamas. Which I'm like, look, if you're gonna make a deal, just make the damn deal. Here are the terms. Accept the terms or deny the terms. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, is apparently all this back and forth, and this side wants this, and the other side is like, no, we can get better, or whatever the case is, man. But at the end of the day, it's really the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, that's moving these kings the way that he's moving them, okay, and having these situations occur in the planet Earth as they are. You see? Because at the end of the day, the Lord wants chaos. The Lord wants war. The Lord wants there to be anarchy in the streets, man, because this is going to usher in the end of Esau society. All right? So when you go to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, it says in verse 1, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Okay? Modern day Babylon, all right, is referring to America, okay, which is Babylon the Great according to the scriptures. Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. See, so destruction is at hand for these nations, man, especially Babylon the Great. All right? And when you put on sack and hair, sackcloth, all right, that denotes that you're in a state of mourning, okay, that you're going through a very difficult, hard time. All right? You go down to verse 18, it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. You know what I'm saying? And since this year started, we've been seeing a lot of sorrows and great mournings take place. You see? The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Okay, so this is the time that we're in the midst of, man. All hell is about to break loose. You see, famine, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. All right. All right, and we go to the 15th chapter, 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, because, you know what I'm saying, when Trump gets in office, I mean, they already banned TikTok now. He's saying that he wants a 90-day extension of TikTok so that they can, work out some kind of deal, which that's nothing more than them trying to gain more control of the internet space. I'll just say it like that. That's nothing more than them trying to gain more control of the internet. Okay, because all the top moguls that are in the Trump cabinet, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, you know what I'm saying? They already have control of all the top social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X. But TikTok is really the only one that they don't have control of, man. This is why they're about to ban it. But if they can get control of it, if they can control the algorithm, then they'll, have it up. Right? So this is nothing more than them just gathering more data on the American people. All right. The fact that they can't do it now, that's why they've banned it temporarily. But we'll see what happens when Trump gets in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he gets in there, tomorrow, Monday. Hey, man. So yeah, things definitely about to change. Second Ezra 15 and 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Bashmel Shai shall bring upon it. Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right, this is going to be a very violent time that we're going to be coming into. All right, when you watch movies like The Purge, Leave the World Behind, Mad Max, The Road, what's that other movie? I can't believe it's escaping my mind right now. Lord willing, it comes back, but yeah, movies like what I just mentioned, that's how it's going to be out here. The Book of Eli, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's going to be a very dark time in the history of humanity, man. All right, and hey, as the scriptures say, that through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. So we're going to have to go through some hard time before we get to the kingdom of heaven, man. Right, and this is all to test our faith, you know what I'm saying? The hour of temptation. Let me get that real quick. Revelation. Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. So this thing is going to come upon all the world. It's not just going to be in the West. It's not just going to be in the East. This hour of temptation, this hour of trial is going to come upon all the world. What? To try them that dwell upon the earth, right? To see who's faithful and who's not. Okay? So this is what the Lord is preparing to bring upon the earth, man. Great temptation. All right, you're going to be tempted with hunger. You're going to be tempted with, not having a home. You're going to be tempted with being uncomfortable. You're going to be tempted with not having a job, not being able to buy and sell. You're going to be tempted to take the MOTB, all right, to be thrust into the front lines of World War III. This is what the hour of temptation entails. On top of that, you're going to be having natural disasters. You're going to be having strange signs in the heavens. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot going on, man. You see? Verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. All right, so, hey, Yahweh Shai, all right, told us to, hold fast. You know what I'm saying? To stay in the faith, to continue on in the things that we have learned, all right, to continue on in the faith that we may be able to endure. Constantly pray, constantly be tapping into the spirit, because in these days, we're already, tapped into the spirit, walking, according to the standard of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, you know what I'm saying? But in the times to come, how much more? Because evil is about to be greatly increased on this earth, man. Evil is about to be at the utmost level, and we're going to have to walk by our faith and not by our sight, all right? As the scriptures say, the just shall live by his faith, all right? So we're going to have to live by our faith in this time, man, because all of what you're going to see in this world, it's not going to produce faith if you're not tapped into the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, you see? So going back to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, in the 16th verse, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Because we're in a time where people, by and large, have woken up to the fact that something's not right. Something's going on with the government. Something's going on with Trump and Biden and these elites and all these psyops is going on, and people know that the government ain't telling the truth, man. All right, so we're definitely in that time where the Lord, he's pulling the veil back. You see, because this is what the Lord wants. The Lord wants there to be sedition, wants there to be uprisings against the powers that be. All right, because pursuing to Job, the 20th chapter, where it says that he shall be in straits. You know what I'm saying? Like when in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. So Esau's at the point where he really think he about to bring forth his NWO. But in the midst of that, there's gonna be, he's gonna pass through a position of difficulty, all right, because the people are gonna rise up against him. The Most High is gonna be confounding Esau's enterprises. All right, the Most High is gonna raise up a standard against this devil, man, because he's even gonna come for the hopefully elect. Those that have the testimony of Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. Right, so this devil, man, every hand of the wicked is about to come upon him. All right, for his wickedness, man. Now's the time for these devils to be judged, for them to go down. Right? It says, yeah, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. So they're going to be like, to hell with Trump, to hell with the government. We not doing this, we not doing that. Oh, also, you have that port strike that's supposed to end real soon. All right, so that's another thing. All right, once Trump gets into office, what's he going to do about the port strike? You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things on the table that you got to look out for. Right, but yeah, like I was saying, they're not going to regard the kings nor the princes. They're not going to care what laws is on the books because, people are going to by and large understand that these laws are wicked as hell. All right, that they're not set up to benefit the citizens, that pretty much that their rights are being taken away. All right, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, they're going to do what they want to do. All right, they're not going to be beholden to the law of the land any longer. You see, because people understand now that everything is corrupt. That these leaders, these politicians, they're not working for the interests of the people, but they're working for the interests of people such as Bill Gates, all right, and the World Economic Forum and these different factions that have been set up. You see? Then it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Martial law, checkpoints, you know what I'm saying? Things are going to be locked down. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And see, you have to understand, these things that the scriptures are speaking about, it's coming for the wicked, right? These things are coming for the wicked, man. These things are not coming to afflict those that fear the Lord, for the hopefully elect. These things are coming to punish the proud, punish the haughty, punish the wicked. All right, because this is their time now to be judged. You see? For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So great fear is going to overtake the land. Okay, people are going to be in a state of perplexity. They're not going to know what to do. You see? And then that's when Esau, he's going to come with the MOTB as the solution. All right? So, hey, man, we're on the cusp of great insurrection, great hell coming upon this earth, greater than anything that you've seen in your lifetime. All right? Only things that you've seen in movies and TV shows, hey, you're going to be seeing it happen in a real life. All right? Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, you see? So famine, hunger, and great tribulation is going to be the main cause of why people are going to bug out in these last days. Okay, and you see the precedent being set by these events. Okay, these cunningly devised plans that the devil is going to bring forth, man. So as we always say, continue to tap into the spirit, continue to pray, continue to stay close to Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, because it's going to come a time where day to day things are not going to be certain, man. All right, hey, this is why the elder apostles say to prepare yourself to be uncomfortable. All right, prepare yourself to not be able to, have heat, to not be able to have, running water. You know what I'm saying? To not be able to have the certain comforts and luxuries in life that we enjoy now. Because it's going to come a time where we're going to have to be on the move. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have to be as pilgrims upon this earth. So you got to prepare yourself for temptation. Prepare yourself to be uncomfortable. All right? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out right here. Lord willing, this was edifying through the Rakakadash. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash. And until next time, Lord willing, Shalom to the elect. Kom Yasha'Allah, and a Bible ball. Shalom.